This one is going to be a little shorter because I'm fearing, if you guys remember somehow, I had this thing where my voice got shot for a few days, and that might be coming back. So, this one's going to be a little shorter, and there's no clip at the start because we blew them out, but the Battlehawks, they easily handled the Showboats 32-17. Um, our offense was good as always, but surprisingly, the defense played great today. Like, they got an interception. They had a bunch of sacks. We're really proud of our defense. The offense was a bit off with 2 turnovers, but we still found a way to get the job. Starting off with the Battlehawks. AJ McCarron went 35 for 45. I think that was the most pass completions in the UFL ever. I'm not too sure on that. They were talking about that. It may be just this year. But he went 35 for 45 for 222 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. His QBR was 100.2, but he did have 1 interception. It was just a bad read from McCarron. I was watching it, obviously. He shouldn't have thrown that ball to that receiver. He knew that guy wasn't open at all, but he tried to fit it in the needle, and it just didn't work out. But McCarron, another great day. One of the best QBs in the league. Sailors led rushing for 15 for 103. He averaged 6.9, and his long was 57, which is the longest run of the season. McCarron and Gallman also had some runs. McCarron 4 for 23, Gallman 2 for 7 and a touchdown. For receiving, Pearson led our group with 10 receiving catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. His long was 24. But he did fumble one of those balls, unfortunately. So that's our other turnover on the day. Butler went 8 for 61. Shepard went 3 for 27. Aitman went 3 for 23. Sailors went 3 for 19. Sutherland went 2 for 10. Durant went 1 for 8. Gallman went 1 for 6. Everett went 2 for 4. And Jackson caught 2 for 6. And his long was -2. Good job, dude. You played great. Good to see Pearson leading after we had Aitman have his game and Butler have his game and Shepard have his game. So, good to see. We also did force a fumble. We just didn't recover it. Total 4 sacks on the day. Feeney led with 1.5, but Garrett also had a full sack. We had 4 tackles for losses as well, and the interception went to Hill. We also had 5 pass deflections. Overall, a really good day for our defense. Like I said, Pearson lost the fumble. Garrett forced the fumble, but he did not receive it, so it was just a forced fumble. Shepard had a really good day kick returning. He had a full 60-yard kick return down to like the 20. Good on him. He returned 4 kicks for 128 yards. For punt returns, Pearson and Shepard both had some. Shepard had 2, but Pearson had 1 for 16, while Shepard had 2 for 18, so Pearson did outplay Shepard in the punt return section. Smite kicked 2 for 3. He missed 1. I think it was a 47, but his long was 54, and he made 2 kicks, so still a pretty good day on him. Hoffercher, our punter, only punted 1 time for 38 yards. Good that we're not punting too much. That's very good. Jeez. For the Showboats, I feel bad for Cookus because he keeps getting murdered, to be honest. Cookus went 8 for 12 for 55, a touchdown and an interception early in the game for 6.98 QBR. And then Williams came in after Cookus got injured again, and he threw 4 for 9 for 37 yards and no touchdowns, but no interceptions either, for a 56.3 QBR. In total, they went 12 for 21 for 92 yards and 4.4 yards per play. It's just unfortunate for Cookus. I don't think he's that bad of a QE, but his O-line keeps getting him murdered. Victor ran the most for Showboats with 11 for 58 and a touchdown. And for receiving, not many people caught the ball, but Surratt had the most for 4 and 6. Their defense did not have a sack. Meeks was the one who caught the interception off us. They had 4 tackles for losses and 2 pass deflections. And McFadder, it was the one who forced the fumble on Pearson and received. They had 3 people kick returning. Swen had 4 for 97, but Powell had 1 for 40, so he technically played the best on the day. And only 1 punt return, which was for -1 yard, so don't know what he was doing. Cullen kicked 1, his longest 28. He only got 3 points on the day, but he didn't miss once, so better than our kicker. And White punted 4 times. He averaged 40 yards. He's inside the 20 once, and his long was 53. Now on to the matchup. They had the ball for 21 minutes. We held it for 38. We both had 11 drives, but they had 39 plays while we had 66. We had a destruction of yards over them. Really shows how bad we dominated them. 127 to 355, while they got 3.3 yards per play, and they got 5. We got 5.4. They got 3.3. They had 2 red zone touchdowns. We had 4. They had 3 red zone attempts. We had 4. So we got a touchdown in every red zone that we had. 3 passing, 1 running, obviously. Specifics for passing. They only had 60 all-purpose yards. We had 222, with their 12 completions to our 35. Their 21 to their 40 to our 45. They had 2.9 yards per attempt, while we had 4.9, and we had 3 passing touchdowns to their 1. Again, for rushing, another destruction, 133 to 67 all-purpose yards. We had 21 attempts, they had 14. We had 6.3 yards per rush, while they had 4.8, and we both had a rushing touchdown. We unfortunately had 2 turnovers. Again, not the best day on our offense, but the defense played well. They at least got an interception. Happy for them. But we just got to clean up on the turnovers for next game. Speaking of next game, who do we play next? Well, we play the Defenders. Here's the problem. We're playing in Audi Field. I'm writing this off as a loss. The Defenders do not lose at all at Audi Field. They haven't lost once, I don't believe. And our next game against them will be Week 8. So we got to key in for the Week 8. We do need to key in for this game, obviously. But again, since it's an Audi Field and they're dominant in Audi Field, I think we're going to lose this game, drop to 3-2. They'll also be they could take the division lead if they win today. They play the Stallions today, so it's going to be tough for them to win. But we are obviously currently first in the division because we played first today. We'd be ahead of the Brahmas and the Defenders if they all won today, and the Renegades. And then nothing's changing the USFL side. So, I say we focus in on the Stallions game Week 7. The Roughnecks game should be free, and I don't think we win the Defenders game. So I believe all the focus we should have be on the Stallions game, because that's going to be interesting. Especially since this is not a home game, this is an away game. We got to be locked in. Of course, after that, we play the Defenders again, but at our stadium, so we should be able to win that. Then we play the 0-3 Renegades, I believe twice. Did we already play them? Oh yeah, we already played them. 27-24. That was the field goal. Then we go to Week 9 against the Renegades at their house in Choctaw Stadium. But if their defense keeps selling like they've been all season for Luis Perez, who has a large amount of passing yards. My goodness. Again, if the defense doesn't key it up, that should also be a free one. So, currently, if I had to look at this, we are 3-2, 4-2. I think we lose the game against the Stallions, but it won't matter as much as they're not in the division. 4-3, then 5-3, 6-3. We should finish the season off at least 6-4. although this game is at home, so 7-3. 7-3 at the least is 7-3 is the minimum that I see. We could take one against the defenders, as I think we're the better team, and then the Stallions game will be interesting. But right now, I'm seeing 7-3. But that's really all I have to say. I'm gonna try to conserve my voice now. Hopefully, it doesn't get shot again. That would be horrible. But I'll see you guys next time.